Okay, this woman coming up here is accused of hiding a loaded gun behind a plant near the front gates of Disney World and blaming a 6-year-old boy for it. Orange County deputies say Marcia Temple was spotted with a concealed weapon. When police looked into it, they found 10 bullets. They say she claimed her 6-year-old was supposed to watch over it for her, and he put the purse behind a plant. She is now banned from Disney.
This man is a bad neighbor. Another wild arrest, this time in Clearwater. Ken Nielsen, who you see right here, is accused of threatening to blow up his neighbor during their surprise birthday party. The victim says they hung some lights up in their backyard, and it made Nielsen here upset. Clearwater police say that he then called the victim, saying that he would blow grenades up in their house. It's his second time being arrested for a fight with a neighbor. Last time he was mad about somebody pressure washing during the Olympics.
Take a look at this new video from Paris, France. This traffic jam is because of people trying to get out of the city's COVID-19 lockdown. The lockdown started there overnight in the middle of a COVID-19 surge in that part of Europe.
There's now a memorial set up in the city of Nice, France, where a deadly knife attack happened yesterday. A man beheaded a woman and killed 2 other people in the church before being shot and taken away by police. There's also added security around the city. University of Florida Health is now involved in a new clinical trial for the Regeneron cocktail that could be approved as a COVID-19 treatment. You may remember President Trump getting a dose when he had COVID-19. The tests at UF Health are in phase 2. Doctors there say the drugs are designed to prevent infection in the respiratory cells. They are looking for 20 more hospitalized patients to try out for this phase.
Clemson star quarterback Trevor Lawrence has COVID-19. Lawrence will miss Saturday's game against Boston College. His coach says he has mild symptoms and will be in isolation for at least 10 days. Many experts say he'll be the top pick in next year's NFL draft.
Philadelphia police are now banned from using tear gas and pepper spray against protesters or even rioters. City Council just passed the ban after a week of protests and riots across the city. Protesters are demanding justice for Walter Wallace, who was shot and killed by police. Officers say that he had a knife.
As we near the end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, experts say the disease really does not discriminate on age. Some women are facing a breast cancer diagnosis before mammograms are even recommended for their age group. Haley Hernandez reports.
When you're 19, this is so much of your identity, but Faith Garnley says this gave her something that cancer stole away: control.
I can get up, I can get dressed, I can put my makeup on and start the day and just pretend that I don't have cancer for a minute.
Faith's cancer, stage 3 angiosarcoma, was so aggressive she instantly had to quit school in Florida and move here for treatment a week after diagnosis. There was no time to freeze her eggs, and she still may need a mastectomy.
So I think I was in a shock for like the first month of just, I was living my regular life, and then I find out I have cancer.
And during a pandemic, no less.
I'm 19, so I'm technically an adult, and I can't have my parents with me for a lot of my visits. My first round of chemo, I had to stay in the hospital for 5 days, and I wasn't allowed any visitors at all.
MD Anderson Dr. Nita Samaya says her cancer is very rare.
To be honest, I haven't seen a primary breast angiosarcoma or any breast angiosarcoma in a teenager. The median age for a primary breast angiosarcoma is a little, kind of in the late 50s.
According to the CDC, most breast cancers are found in women older than 50, but Black, some Jewish women, and those with a family history are more at risk of being diagnosed younger, like former KPRC reporter Lindsay Livingston Christian, who was only 37 when she got triple-negative breast cancer.
So it was like, oh, freeze your eggs. Okay, then start chemo. Oh, then do this. It was a very quick process, and it's taken me all of these months to really process and reflect the journey, and it has been a significant one.
Now she advises women to know their risk factors and
to schedule a genetic test, know your family history, advocate for mammograms if you're under the age of 40 and you have a family history of breast cancer and or cancer in your family.
What strong women there. That was Haley Hernandez reporting. Through all of this, Lindsay found out that she is a carrier for the BRCA1 gene. That gene poses an added risk for other cancers, so she had her ovaries removed as well. Next at noon, how hundreds of bodies were found buried under a college campus and who investigators think they belong to.
And there are some big reasons to watch the Caribbean Sea for the upcoming weekend. I'll explain what the Hurricane Center is looking at here coming up in just a few minutes.